about having a single focus while you're working in business. And this is hugely important. If you talk to any time management expert or read books on this type of a topic, people always recommend this, but I want to recommend this tactic within a short video so you understand some quick reasons why it's so important and how to actually implement it within your business. So first off, Tim Ferriss actually wrote a blog post, I think it was last year, that actually focusing on multiple things at once, actually not focusing on one thing, basically multitasking, can actually lower your IQ the same amount as being under effect of some illicit drugs. And basically what you're doing by multitasking is lowering your intelligence level. And obviously nobody wants to do that in business because it's just a waste of your own time. You might as well work more efficiently and intelligently and then have more time to relax or spend time on a hobby you enjoy. Next was there's a training I went through by Eben Pagan about time management, and he talks about the gray zone and about how you can be very focused on one thing, kind of in a state of flow, as one expert puts it, and then if you get distracted by email or a phone ringing and then suddenly you're doing two things at once while thinking of something else, that's when you're in the gray zone. You're doing multiple things at once, you're being distracted, you're not being totally submerged in the topic and your task at hand. Another expert wrote a book called The Stress Effect. It's a book I read a couple months ago, and it actually talks about all the scientific studies behind how when you're stressed out, you become fearful, you become less creative, you become agitated, you become impatient, you rush through things, you don't consider all the possibilities. In other words, if you're multitasking, you're trying to cram too many things into 1 hour of time, you're not going to consider some creative opportunities that could either double the value of the thing you're trying to create, or may lead to a whole other line of products, or lead to better customer service for your product, might lead to a faster career path. So it's important to focus on one thing at a time to maximize the value that you're investing in that activity. Otherwise, you're just basically spreading yourself thin and doing a poor job at multiple things. And basically, one way to implement this in your business is to make sure that whenever you start a project, you might have a lot of things going on in your life, everybody does, but the big key insight here is that if you have one thing going on, to get it all the way done before we start the next thing. You might have 20 things on your plate for the week, you might have 10 things on your to-do list for the day, that's fine, but realize you don't save any time at all by doing 5 of them at once. You do one thing, get it 100% done, see it all the way through, get it done, put it somewhere where it's not going to be in your way, and then start on the next project and get that 100% done. So thank you for joining us today for this video session. And once again, this is businesstraining.com, where you can double your qualifications and boost your compensation.